Right, what's up guys, my name is Labb and welcome back to another video and welcome on into my channel. So today we're going to be speaking about an individual who while I do still respect, I want to bring the eyes onto something stupid that they said on Twitter. So if you don't know who I'm talking about, it's Beta Delote, if you couldn't tell by the thumbnail. So if you've been living under a rock, Beta Delote is a large YouTuber turned Twitch streamer. I just think that this tweet in specific is absolutely awful. So in the comments we see many furry YouTubers, especially a few larger ones who speak out about it. And I'm just going to say, Beta, my beautiful friend, if you ever watch this video, I do respect you. I still respect the grind, but this tweet really ain't it. Like, it really just is not it. Let me get started as to why. So what I've seen in the furry fandom is, as you grow as a YouTuber, you'll eventually reach the stage where you can receive monetization. Now, of course, this is a good thing, and it's something that everyone in their career will hopefully have. And I've finally reached that goal recently with my current channel, but what I've seen a lot of channels do is that they completely forget that they made content for fun, and they immediately go from a huge change into a business model in a second. So they go from fun to business in a second. Change how they talk, maybe they curse less, for like instance. But well, the overall product increases, the actual fun you have making videos decreases, because once you force yourself into a box of a YouTuber and just stop making what you want or in your old style of content, it really just doesn't become fun in the slightest. That's why, as I grow as a YouTuber, I may stop cursing a little bit, but I won't cut out a large part of my content to appeal to YouTube CPM, and I make quite dark content as it is. So I just think this entire tweet that was made was so stupid. So the tweet in question is, what I'm saying is, furry YouTube is kind of boring. I bet. Let's break it down. Seeing this tweet is very tone deaf towards people like me and many others who have worked hard to make creative and original content. I can name numerous people, Beta, me included, that this tweet disrespects. And as my response says, YouTube will be fucking boring when all the videos you post are 10-minute clips from your Twitch, which, by the way, have cropped inflation porn as the thumbnail. Nice. YouTube will be boring when you put no effort into your content, posted, and actively punch down on smaller creators. See, like even this meme I made, taking the piss that you're apparently the only one talking about this stuff, when there are armies of people who make objectively better researched videos of the topic covered. Being popular doesn't mean you have the best opinion. I mean, like, it's like an argument. Shouting the loudest doesn't mean you're right. But see, I can see why you do it. Someone who transitions directly into streaming doesn't want their YouTube to feel neglected, so they just upload their clips and realise people will flock to it. I don't fault you for moving to streaming, it's a much more fun motive, but the bottom line is, with the fandom, you will struggle mentally if you attempt to rely on your content for a job, as you see people who don't take content seriously and have jobs outside have a better time doing it. If you purely see your channel as a business, it will completely ruin your want to create, and that's why I hate YouTubers who get in it for the money. There's such a huge learning curve and such a huge grind, like GTA 5, to actually make the money that you want to make. It will completely, as I mentioned before, it will completely remove your want to create, and it frequently causes both actors in real life and YouTubers in our space to become disconnected and to leave our community and become disassociated once again with the characters that they loved so much and once enjoyed, because there is no disconnect between their lives. Nobody knows me as Labb IRL, so I have a friend group there and one online. That allows me to disconnect from the character, and with that it doesn't spoil my opinion, ruin my perception of the character. Also, having a personal characters and the fandom really helps. Purely having channel focused characters like Labb, or even with Beta, or even having a secondary and third character really helps. But I've rambled too long, let me move on to my next one. A friend of mine and another great small YouTuber named Lumiel made a comment about the crab bucket mentality. But the meaning of that mentality is, as a crab tries to escape the bucket, it is repetitively grabbed and dragged back down into the bucket. I see this frequently with larger YouTubers in our sphere, is that they'll complain, they'll whine and moan about the platform. While they are all completely in their right to moan, they have to understand that complaining in generalistic terms do not work. Saying all for YouTube, or for YouTube in general, is boring, but encapsulates hundreds of creators, including the big, the small, the Kiro, the glitches, and the fucking Tony Hinshaws for all we have.
I am not a furry YouTuber. Last I checked.
It is very discouraging to see people who possibly see you as an idol for their future endeavours, claiming that the entire community that they are part of and love is boring, just because them themselves have had stagnated content and have retired to using cropped inflation porn in every second thumbnail. It's not only that, but I've seen a handful of larger YouTubers actually help out and reach out towards the lower tiers, like myself and a friend of mine that helps run a group for smaller YouTubers on Telegram, a place to congregate and talk to the fandom in a YouTube perspective, and get tips on how to improve their videos and self-promote as well, and make friends in the creative community. Severing those links with the younger and smaller channels only stirs animosity in the community. See, I try to my best intention to help the small community whenever I see them help out, and through both shouting out or small creators or various chats that I have to help, I've seen stronger community built in the lower tiers of the furry YouTube community than I've ever seen in the top tiers. The only other time I've seen any sort of actual cooperation in the higher tiers of YouTube was when 90 people would get in a con together at a room and film a fucking Q&A or some shit. But in conclusion, I don't want to sound as if I'm being hateful. I fully do have a lot of respect for the grind beta has been on, but I fully feel that its recent turn in both content and opinions have been spouted on Twitter and have been completely stupid. I know beta has the power and the will to make actual content that they have the right to be proud of and that they used to make. So I just beg, for your own sake of enjoyment and the people in the community who support you, you can see what I mean in this video. If you do think our dear great beta Delota is a boring YouTuber, here's a list of YouTubers in the description. They also make great content. I've been Labb, and I'll see you guys in the next video.